Oh, I'm gonna kick it around for a little bit. Just like this. Is that good? Hello. Who invited a little dog to the lamp? Because I sure did not. I didn't invite a little dog. I didn't invite a little dog to my. Oh, he's so cute though. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute though. Look at him. I did invite a little dog, apparently. Apparently. Apparently, I invited a little doggy. No, I need some wipes. Some wet wipes. Hello. I need some wet wipes. Does anyone else have to do that? Hello, 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 hello. Oh my gosh, let's bring back heart hands, everybody. I still do this. Does anyone else still do heart hands like this? I know everyone has like changed it to so many weird ways. All the weird ways that you do it now. I just do this because it's easy and it makes sense. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's dusty in here. Just. Hello and good day. Good afternoon. Hello. We're going to be doing some altar resetting. Earthbound Witch, I love your what's it called? Your profile picture. Of course I am. You know I am. You know I'm excited about the Midnight Sun show. Anything at all Twilight related, I'm going to consume and be excited about. What's happening, honey?
Where does he took something out of my table without permission?
Okay, Frodo's not allowed on the couch, so no more getting on the couch, Frodo. If he's on the couch, you tell him to get down, okay?
Okay, so he's not. So I had to make sure that he had nothing in his mouth.
Okay, I don't think he has anything in his mouth right now. Hello, how are you? I'm doing quite well. I'm doing much better today than I was yesterday, let me tell you. That's what my son was about to say. I get proud. Doing a lot better today than I was yesterday. The vertigo has reduced a lot. Guys, I don't know what's going on, but my dogs are being very in my face. Can you get out of the room, please? You have to get out of the room. Yep, so sorry. Mm-hmm. Yes, out of the room. She doesn't believe me, but yes. No, you must get out of the room. Mm-hmm. She does not believe me, and she's like, I'm not going to leave the room. I did mute it. Haha. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Yeah. I had set up the altar for us to do a little small business working, Gigi and I, and it was great. We did a really nice working together, and now we're both building some beautiful things that we've decided to create for ourselves, which is wonderful. And now I want to refresh the altar and put it into something else, turn it into a new energy, and really enjoy this summer energy for what it is, you know? For a lot of people, summer isn't like a time of rest, actually, you know? We still have to work and do everything, but it still reminds us of vacation, you know? We always think about vacation, but I'm thinking about like craft fairs and stuff. That's all I ever think about is craft fairs. You guys like going to craft fairs or anything like that? I'm a huge craft fair person. Any kind of like festival, local festivals or art fairs, I love them so much. I'm using the Shield Botanical Mist as well. I love this mist. It's so nice. And I always put extra mint in everything just to give it a little bit more of a cleansing effect because I love cleansing with mint. There's so many different herbs and plants that you can use for cleansing. I think it's so fun to find which one you prefer, you know, to go through learning the different properties, the different bulk properties of herbs and plants and flowers, and finding the combination that feels so cleansing for you, and then creating a cleansing spray out of that. Ooh, what? What's going on? You're making a grimoire? That sounds so cool. Whoa, I would love to see it. Oh my gosh. If you post it anywhere, can you please tag me so I can see it? That is so cool. You know, it's so funny. I'm always thinking of redoing mine, even though I really don't need to. And I want to have a smaller book because it's really hard to take the bigger one everywhere. So I've started using smaller books as my books of shadow, and I've been using them so much more than putting things in the actual big grimoire, which I think is probably good. But I love having a beautiful handmade grimoire. It's so cool. It's so special. Making books in general is so fun. I have this one fairy here that she's been chilling, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this altar building here. I'm gonna move you over a bit. There we go. So let's see what we're gonna do. So the energy that I've been working with mostly, or the energy that has been absolutely coming up and flowing with me lately, has been sun energy. I've been working a lot with sun energy. Oh yeah, Maddie. Yes, please. I would love to. I would just love to see because I love watching people's like creative process, number one, and number two, I just love seeing people's grimoires and how they design them, especially when they're handmade. I think it's just so cool, so special. If you guys follow Thistle um, on Instagram, she recently passed away, but she made a really beautiful grimoire a while ago. And it's so pretty, and every once in a while I go back to that little video, the little reel that she posted, and I look at it just to look at it. It's just such a beautiful book. Such a beautiful book. Yeah. Nice and clean. All refreshed. Yeah, I definitely want to make another grimoire video. I actually got a couple of like little, I got like a Twilight book to use as my most recent book of shadows. Yeah, it was really sad. So the difference between sun energy and moon energy is really huge. So sun energy is all about being bold and confident and straightforward, very outgoing, outspoken, and strong, very in the spotlight. Moon energy is the opposite of that, very hidden, very mysterious, very understated, but still Still very strong and very bold as well. I'm also a Twilight fiend. Uh, Moon energy also has a lot to do with the part of you that you allow to grow behind closed doors, you know? So I love both of them a lot, but sun energy has been coming up a lot for me, really asking me to be stronger, to make more of an impact and to be more confident in the moves that I make in general. So I'm like, okay, you know, it's I feel like it's really, really been popping up a lot, and my body has not been like ready for that of late. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like it's time. Mm-hmm. Yes, and the one thing I love about the mixture of moon and sun energy together is that that duality of light and dark that combines the two sides of you, that combines two beautiful sides of you, you know, the strength and the confidence and the forward speaking side with the quiet, mysterious, soft-spoken side. I love it. I love it. Yes, sun god, moon goddess is usually how it goes. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, hi. How are you? How are you doing? How's everybody doing today? I would love to. It's been so long since I've gotten to talk to you guys. I would love to hear how you're doing, how your lives are. And I'm going to also clean this plant because it's a little dusty. Everything has been going pretty great here, you know, in general, except for yesterday with the terrible vertigo that I had. But otherwise, life has been pretty nice. Getting back to normal, you know, allowing everything to flow beautifully. Summer is gorgeous. What's always on my altar, regardless? Usually the plants. The plants stay on the altar. The plants stay on the altar, and my fairy book stays on the altar. The selenite stays on the altar because it's just always working. The selenite is just always working, so it stays on the altar all the time. It's always keeping the energy just very soothing and calm and refreshed and renewed in that space, because the fairy book is so big and bold and gorgeous. I love having it here. I love switching the pages every once in a while, depending on what energy I'm working on. And like I said, I've been working with a lot of sun energy, so I've got this beautiful, like, bright page up there right now, and I love it. It's so exciting. So I'm leaving that up there. I'm trying to decide if I want to do an altar cloth or not. Yeah, I really like playing music for the plants, classical music for the plants, and I love singing to them as well. I sing to the plants all the time. I like to talk to them. I like to get really close to them. This one's one of my favorites. And you know, I never remember their names or what they are. I know I have Hoya. I have the two Hoyas, and I have loads of snake plants and pothos. I know. Hey, gobbledygook! But this one is one of my favorites right now. I got this one for my birthday, and I also got this strawberry planter I bought for myself for my birthday as well. It's from Five Below. So cute. You know, I love strawberry things. And so that's why she gets to stay on the altar. She's the birthday plant. And she's so nice. I adore her. I'm trying to decide, yeah, if I want to do an altar cloth or not. I may not, because I do like having table, but I also like having color. I really liked having the gold. I thought the gold was great. I think the gold really felt nice. The gold velvet, but it's not velvet season anymore. Not velvet season anymore, so we're not doing velvet anymore. But I definitely want to do something that is reminiscent of that gold bright energy. But I also really want to tie in. So let's talk about my brand, the company that I had, Mint Coven. So I sold a lot of things under the name of Mint Coven. But I've since changed it. I was in stasis for a while and we were just like leaving it as Mint Fairy. But I've since chosen a new name for my shop. And I really want to focus in on that energy of nurturing and building a community of fairy godmothers and of people who want to create a healing and ecstatic movement of love and making the world better. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on this like really interesting kind of endeavor of creating a group where, or not a group, but sort of like just a society or a link chain of fairy godparents who just want to continue the message of being yourself, falling in love with yourself, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself and the people around you, becoming who you truly want to be, and achieving goals that make you feel satisfied and happy and just like you're living your dream. And then savoring that and spreading that joy and that message of love and fulfillment and community to other people. And there are a lot of people who want that for the world and want to foster that idea. Um, but it's sometimes it's hard to come together and recognize that. Sometimes it's hard to recognize that there are a lot of people who want the world to be better, um, especially in your daily life. Like in my daily life, going to Wawa and stuff and like, getting gas, like it's easy to forget that there are people who want the world to be better because you encounter so much crap all the time, especially just like in regular world. But I believe that it starts with you. It starts with who you are and what you want. And I believe it starts with people working on themselves. I don't think it's like, oh well, so and so needs to change or this person needs to change or blah blah blah. I think that we need to change first and then we can go talk about everybody else. I think that if any time in your life you're blaming your circumstances, um and not your like whole circumstances, but like your like your behavior or what you're doing, if you're blaming your behavior on somebody else, you really need to think about like why you're doing that. You know what I mean? Because like, is someone else making you do that, or are you doing that? And you're like, well, they're making me. Are they? Or are you doing it because you're mad and you don't want to back down, or something like that? You know what I mean? So I think that creating just like a general energy or something that you can adhere to, just the idea that you would want to first pause and think with love, live with love, act with love. Just making that decision changes the world, I think. Just saying, you know what, I'm so reactive, and I think I could probably be just like a little less snappy at people in general. Just making that decision to calm your tits. Sometimes that changes the whole world, because then all your interactions are different. All your interactions with people are different, and that makes their life different, and so that it makes them think, well, maybe I should also think about the way that I treat people and do a better job, or whatever. Or it will show someone that perhaps they need to speak up for themselves or stand up for themselves, or stop living their life for their parents or something like that. You know what I mean? I just think that there's so much that we as people, as humans, have to share with each other and to give to each other. I think that we could all be each other's fairy godparents just by sharing our stories and our experiences and saying, hey, I've been through that too, and here's how you can do it without getting hurt, or here's how you can do it without causing more trauma, or here's how you can do it so that it's easier or it doesn't cost as much, or whatever it is. You know, I just think that if we as people shared our knowledge and our experiences and our love together for each other, life would be easier, you know. I'm one of those that takes a village witches all day. It takes a village to raise a village. It takes a village to create a happy, stable person. It does. It takes a village to create one happy, stable person, I believe. Because I, as a happy, pretty stable, I'm gonna say pretty stable person, but I'm happy as heck, you know, because I have so many people in my life that have helped me realize where to find my happiness and how to build it and how to make it bigger, you know, and that's such an incredible magic. Showing people how they can live a happier life. Beach. Help me, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, help me. So I turned this on because I needed to get this freaking wax out. It's so hot now. Ugh. I need like something to. I need like a thingy. Okay, I'm gonna go pour this out. I'll be right back. Don't leave. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pour this out. And then I'm gonna probably find an altar cloth. What color do you think? So I'm working with Apollo energy. We're working with sun energy. We're probably going to continue with sun energy because that's what's been coming up a lot. So we're going to be working with all the sun gods. And so I think, yeah, I think gold, yellow. I am not a fan of orange, but I may do it anyway, you know. I will go intuitive with it. And then we'll dress the altar for this sun coral. Yes, I like that. I like that idea too. And thank you. I will put some coral on the altar as well. I think I have some coral to put on there. Hello, thank you, Full Moon. Thank you so much. And then yeah, we'll dress this baby up, and then we're gonna do a tarot pull and see what's going on. Yeah. I also really think, yeah, I like that. I really think that mixing a little bit of water energy would be nice. Just a little bit of water energy. I'm just feeling that it can be useful for this. And I also really want to put some super authentic feelings into the altar as well. Something that feels really authentic to me. So I don't know if you guys have this like I do have I don't know if I have any sun catchers I can put on here, but I have a bunch of sun catchers flittling and tiddling in the window. You see this jellyfish I have here? My gorgeous jellyfish. And these gold ball. What was I saying, y'all? I forgot already. I'm so good at forgetting what I was talking about. Alexa, reduce the music by 15%. Oh, 15 is too much. There we go. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna pour this out. I'm still holding it. But there was something else I was thinking about for the altar, and now I can't remember. Okay, I'm gonna pour this out, and then we'll discuss. Okay. So, yeah, I was talking about adding a water element. I was talking about adding a little bit of a water element and authenticity, talking about authenticity. And then I was going to talk about, yes. So, and now it sounds like it's too loud again. Next song. Um, I was talking about really bringing in elements that feel super personal to me into the space, which is so funny because, like, it is my altar, right? Like, of course, it should be personal to me. But a lot of the time when we dress our altars, we do it in order to, uh, like, certain rules. Like, we think, okay, well, this goes here, blah, 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 blah. Like, we decorate it the way we want it to, but we still adhere to certain rules. And I really want to bring in elephants, some elements that feel like just like personal to what I am particularly doing. So not just creativity elements, but my creativity elements. So crochet hooks. Hi, Queen. Hello, Queen Kaiju. Nose to nose. Nose to nose. How can I help you? Did you want to smell my armpit? Is that why you came over here? No, she said no. Um, these ladies, they do usually live on the altar, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna stay on the altar. Where's her sister? Yeah, they're probably gonna stay on the altar because they make sense here a lot. So they will probably go here. These queens. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a cloth or not. I think I do want to do a cloth. I do. Hey, Tammy. Oh my gosh, how you doing? Did you go out? It's been so long since I've seen your name popping up. Hello, doggy. My dog wants so much attention right now. I definitely, yes, that's a good idea. Ooh, a sun themed. That would be really cool. A sun themed altar cloth. Get your arm off me, sweetie. No, thank you. I think Kaiju needs to go outside. Let's go take her out. Let's all go together. Let's all go together. Let's walk through my house together. Here we are. Let's go outside. Ooh, it's warm. Quite indeed. Walk through my jungle. Ooh, look at the flowers. Ah, isn't she lovely? Isn't she gorgeous? So pretty. It is so warm today. Kaiju, don't. Mm-mm. Be a good girl. A good girl. Friends. Just like, okay, side note. I am reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King, and I can't believe it, but I actually do love it. I love it. I love it. This is the first book by Stephen King that I've liked. And definitely, I'm like, it's good. It's really good. Have you read Fairy Tale by Stephen King? And if you have, please suggest any book by Stephen King that you think is similar, because it's definitely something that I'm like, I really enjoy the style, which is surprising to me. And I really also I really enjoy the main character, which is so surprising to me. I'm thinking, if I like the Stephen King book, am I gonna like another one that is similar to it? Because I read Salem's Lot and I did not like it, and I did, read more and do a little bit more research about Stephen King, and I realized that he puts a lot of racism and racist themes in his books to make a point about how prominent racism is. I get that, but for a lot of people who deal with racism on a daily basis, we don't want to be reminded of it all the time. You know what I mean? And like, I'm definitely someone who reads books to escape reality. So for me, I don't like having it's not that I don't like having like any kind of real life elements in books or anything like that, but when I'm reading certain things, they're just I don't always want to be reminded that people are racist, and I have a friend that would like she used to argue with me all the time. She would be like, "Oh my gosh, like, but it's real life." I'm like, I know it's real life. I'm like, I live real life already. I like reading so that I can like imagine these incredible things that are not real life, dog. I do. I mean, I'm an autobiography reader too. Sometimes I'll read autobiographies. She's just moseying, I think. I don't think she's actually going to pee. I think she's just having a good time walking around outside. It's so hot though, Queen. Queen Kaiju, it's so hot, Mamacita. Can we please go inside? Please. Oh no. She says, no, I do want to pee. Okay. Go ahead. You do your pee and we'll continue chatting. So yeah, I definitely want to find if he has another book that's similar to that. I would like to read. I would like to read it because I liked it. I love a good like. We're losing our connection out here. We're losing our connection out here, Kaiju. Let's go. There we go. Did you want to come in, Katra? It's hot. No. Okay. She says no. She does not care. She does not care. All right, we're back in the home. I do believe we will do an altar cloth, my friends. So let us find an altar cloth that is suitable. We said gold. We said yellow. I saw sunset colors, which I'm really into the idea of sunset colors. Sorry, yeah, we lost our connection for a second because I went outside. Um, and the connection dropped. It was like, goodbye. I'm going to bring a bag of fabric into the other room and we're going to go through it together and decide which altar cloth we're going to use. I love. I just got another like giant bag of fabric in from my friend. So you guys know a lot of my friends are designers and tailors and costume designers. Okay, costume designers and such. And so I get a lot of scrap fabric and old fabric from them. And when I'm gonna have a grand reopening pretty soon of my shop, my grand reopening, just like Bob's Burgers. And I'm gonna have aprons, and I'm really excited because I have been on an apron kick. Thank you, friend. They're so nice and soft. They're great because I hug people all day, and I always feel bad if I'm wearing big, hard earrings when I hug people and like smash them. So these are nice and soft. This is a floral option. What's up with this scary music? Where are we, dog? Is everything okay, dog? Okay, the other night, my husband and I watched this scary movie. What the heck was it called? Oh, I cannot remember what it was called. Oh, I forget what it's called. It was really good, but also quite scary. And there was this woman. She was going back home to her parents' house because her father was passing away from cancer. She was going to go help take care of him. And there was like a sinister household secret coming to life or whatever. But man, it gave me so many chills and thrills. There's this. I've never done, I don't think, a patterned altar cloth that wasn't specifically patterned for like witchcraft. You know what I mean? Like I've always had an altar cloth that was either plain or one that had like moons on it or was made for witches by witches, that kind of thing. I've never used just like a patterned cloth. And for some reason, I'm just like, loving this one. But we're gonna keep going. Just look at this though. Just look at how cute this is. Obviously for another project, but so cute. It wasn't the woman in the yard, but that sounds very creepy. I'm gonna add that to my list. I really please offer me your favorite horror films because I'm now able to watch horror films without having panic attacks. Like I'm not afraid of them anymore. I can watch them. And I love watching scary movies. Look at this little pocket. Isn't that cute? Mm-hmm. I do have green hair. It doesn't look green often because it's dark green, but yeah, it's it's still green. I love the Woman in Black. Oh, that's so good. It is so good. Ooh, it's the cool puppies. That is so cute. Like I'm not gonna do it, but like for a fun little picnic, for a fun little like summer themed altar. That's cute as heck. Cute as heck. You know what? I may not have gold. Oh my gosh, this is retro. Look at that. That is like 1957. Wow. Absolutely not. Extraterrestrial. Okay, I feel like I remember that. Extraterrestrial. I don't know. Dragonflies. It's pretty. This may not be the right bag for this because I am not seeing anything that I think would work actually in this bag. Oh, this is so pretty. I love this green. It's green plaid. It's so pretty. We're not doing a dark color though. We did decide we were doing gold or yellow or white, which I am not finding. Although I do have this, I've got blue and I've got green and I've got pink and I've got cream and I've got floral patterns. I actually really like this. It doesn't go with my planter, but I like this. Hmm. Hmm. No. So particular about the color and the fragrance of what goes on the altar. It has to be perfect. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea actually to do two colors. But look how cute this is though. I think I'm gonna go into the other bag actually and see if. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. It's a little Holly Hobby. I love that. Oh, vintage. I love the crafts as well. I love the craft. It's such a fun movie to. I love the concepts. I love the ideas, and I love the execution. I love each character. I love this actually. Stop. Do you hear this music in the background? Oh, Practical Magic is definitely in my top 10. Oh, she's. Oh my gosh, I love Nancy. We love Nancy. We love Nancy. We love Sarah. Absolutely. He's sorry. He's sorry. He's sorry. He's sorry. He's sorry. I know. She gets it. She's right. She's like, you know what? No. No womanizers over here. Womanizers? I don't think so. No, she's great. Nancy Downs. Nancy. Nancy. I just had an idea in my brain. Because they can happen in other places too. You never know. You can have an idea in your heart. You can have an idea in your groin. You never know. My brain had an idea this time, and it was definitely an idea that was influenced by who said the two colors. gobbledygook, layering it. Yeah. I know. I know. No, 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 no. You are correct. And we had the conversation the other day about the books versus the movie, and how it was one of those circumstances where for a lot of people the movie is incredibly the movie surpasses the book for them because of how the characters were changed, and how the setting was changed. And I agree. I think the movie. I mean, I love the book for what it is in its own separate painful world, because the book is definitely a lot more painful than the movie for me to read, because it has a different feeling, you know. Now what are we talking about? Because I'm talking about the Practical Magic book, Alice Hoffman. And you know the house isn't real, right, Maddie? I mean, and it's so crazy. I feel like we can. I mean, someone can really gather great architecture from that. But yeah, it was just a facade house, not a real house. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my phone without. There we go, we got it. I ended up turning it around. But yeah, I really do like the movie better than the book. I just think it delivers the story better to me. But someone should build. Don't you think someone should have built it by now? Especially since everyone loves the Practical Magic House so much. Don't you think that like someone like Airbnb should build the Practical Magic House and turn it into an Airbnb so that people can go there and. Is anyone listening? Universe? Someone build the Practical Magic House as like, ooh, or even like a museum.
A museum.
A museum?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine
Oh.
someone building the Practical Magic House as a museum? I don't want you to be on the screen. I know, I love you so much. I'm protecting you. I'm protecting you. You're mine to protect. Yeah, as a museum, someone should build the Practical Magic House as a museum, and put like the set props and stuff like that like in it, build it up like it's the house of the Museum of the History of Witchcraft is in the UK, and I want to go. It's so cool. In Cornwall, I think it's in Cornwall. I think you can Google it. I might be wrong, but I think it would be such a great idea if they did that with the Practical Magic House, you know, and then had meetups there, a convention. It's definitely reached that kind of status to me in my world. Practical Magic is everyone's favorite movie. Let's go. I think there are so many movies like that that they should go ahead and build the house of, or whatever house they used for the house, just like they did with Twilight. They use it for as an Airbnb, so people can go. They can go and reenact the scenes and stuff. I think they should do it. Do it for us. We need the nostalgia. We need those vibes. The V-Bays. We need the V-Bays.
Yeah, these are
We need the V-Bays.
Yeah, you
I need the V-Bays. Everybody needs the V-Bays.
Everybody
Mm-hmm.
needs the face.
The V-Bays, the vibes, the V-Bays. The VBGBs. I'm trying to remember what that movie was the other night, and I still can't remember it. Should they make a sequel or not? Of what, you think? Practical Magic? Well, they are making a sequel, yeah. And I'm really excited about it. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Tammy? There are loads of Airbnbs that are themed for witches. I stayed in one in Salem a couple of years ago, and it was beautiful and gorgeous. There are a lot of them in areas that are that cater to a pagan community that have tons of Airbnbs that are really witchy and set up for witches, which is really cool because there are also a ton of Airbnbs where you can't do anything magical. Yeah, they're making a Practical Magic sequel. You didn't know that, Maddie? Come on, yeah. They're making a sequel. um, that's why we're all freaking out. That's why everyone's like having a freak out. It's gonna be so exciting. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, there are a couple of Airbnbs outside of Salem too that are still themed and that are cheaper. But then once you get into Salem, they're gonna be really expensive. But yeah, the one that we stayed at was beautiful. It was unfortunately Harry Potter themed. However, they were very adamant on the fact that queer and trans people were very welcomed there, and we did not know it was Harry Potter themed before we got there. We just thought it was like witchy themed, and then we saw that it was Harry Potter themed, and we were like, okay, great. But it was still beautiful. It was gorgeous, gorgeous. And I do plan to visit like a lot of Airbnbs that are themed for witches and themed for people who are in the spiritual community, just so I can see what kinds of events we can have at places like that, because I'm really interested in hosting more retreats. And we'll talk about Harry Potter in a second, Maddie. Hosting more retreats, and I'm trying to find more places where you can have ritual, because most Airbnbs are not set up for you to have any kind of ritual like that, so it's really interesting. But all along the East Coast, hopefully, and then I would love to do some Midwest and West Coast events as well. So Maddie, Harry Potter, let's get into it. So when Harry Potter came out, the books, I was 16 or 17 years old, I think. I forget. No, I was older than that. I was maybe 20 or something. But it was a huge, big deal. I know, J.K. Rowling is disgusting. She makes me, okay, I won't say that she is disgusting, but she does disgust me as well. She hurts my feelings. She is she says things and does things that are hurtful and terrible, and I do not agree with her at all. And she's a racist. And she's a racist. I forgot what I was talking about. See how easy it is for me to just lose that? And you guys are so good. You're gonna probably prompt me. We're talking about Salem, and we're talking about J.K. Rowling, and we're talking about Harry Potter. And the books came out, and yeah, I was 16, and yeah, I think I was like 18 or 20. But yeah, I worked at a store, and we got tons of merch. We got tons of we got the books in, we got the every flavor beans, we got tons of merch and stuff like that. And this was before the movies came out or anything. This was before anyone knew anything about Harry Potter, because they anticipated that it was going to be huge. So they sold us all of this merchandise for it way before the books even came out. So I was like well aware of it, and a couple of my friends had read manuscripts, and it was like so they really tried to pump it up way before it came out. But it didn't work. It didn't work, and it didn't become popular until the movies came out like years later. Uh, and I read the books, a while ago, and like a lot of us, you read the books and you read the lines and the words that could come across as offensive or racist or xenophobic, and you just this music is hilarious. Number one, you just either you dismiss it because you're so used to it, or you just can't believe someone's being that blatantly racist. So you're just like, no. They wouldn't name that black man Kingsley Shacklebolt. Like that, in my brain, I was like, she must be referencing something else. She can't be referencing slavery right now, because that's so racist that an editor would have checked that and said no. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't believe that they let it happen. I know. I saw Cho Chang and I was like, no. I was like, I truly believed in my heart when I read that she named that child Cho Chang, that she must have known someone named Cho Chang, and so she was like naming a character after that. That's what I was like. I was like, she must know someone named Cho Chang. I literally remembered having that thought, because I was like, there's no way she's literally giving these characters such racist names, like such like stereotypical names. You know what I mean? Like I was like, there's no way, but she was, and it's like I said, for a lot of people, we read those things or we'll see those things and like we won't believe that it's really we were like, oh no, there's no way they're being that blatantly racist because this would have gone through so many people before it was approved, and one of those people would have had to have been a person of color to say, oh no, we won't do that, we'll do that. But no, which is wild, right? It's wild. It's wild that it happened. It's wild that it still happens. It's wild people get away with it. But here I am with no health care. We can get political if you want, but we don't have to because it's Sunday and we're doing self care. And so, and of course, getting political is always self care, but sometimes we need to keep ourselves from getting too riled up on a Sunday. Yeah, no, I mean, there are so many different like factors as to she is, why the things hurt the way that they do when it comes to Harry Potter. You know what I mean? It's not just, there are layers, you know? Just like with every issue, there are layers. And like each of those layers is like another reason to say, mm-mm, you know? Like the naming of the characters, that's one layer, you know? And then the way that she like describes the characters and the situations she puts some of them in, that's another layer. And then her as a person, the things that she says, um, the way that she speaks out against trans people, that's another layer. That's a third layer. That's a third reason why she sucks. And then and then there are the rude and inconsiderate ways in which she talks about the people who love and revere her books. And that's number 4. And that one really got me. That one really, really got me. Seeing the way that she speaks to and about her fans really got me. Because if anybody were to read a poem that I wrote and enjoy it, that would make my day like a mofo. And there's nothing, I would not have anything but love and joy for anyone who enjoyed anything that I made. Oh my gosh, I would never, ever, ever want it. Yeah. So I what phone would you say? Oh, Nitro. Where? Oh, I really want to have like a witchy retreat, like movie marathon where I watch like all witchy movies. It'd be so much fun. I'm with you. So yeah, so there were some tweets that people were making where they were asking her, questions or for her stance on something, or they're just questioning her in a way that was not aggressive, but the way that she was replying was so rude, calling people idiots and talking about her status as a rich author and saying that they were just some sad poor burger flipping you know person who reads her books or whatever, and it was just like, what the heck, dude? I don't know. I just think it's so, yeah, I just so rude. It's so rude. I could never imagine. I could never imagine creating something that people loved and putting them down and putting anyone down like that loved anything I made. Ever. I just can't imagine it. These people made your whole life, dog. Like, these people made you rich, dog. Like, you and your family will never, ever, ever, ever have to work again. You and your family will never, ever, ever have to work again. I would not besmirch my tongue. I would not, I would not sully my voice to speak poorly of someone who was a fan of my artwork. Because that's, oh my God, so rude. Like, how many artists are so terrified of sharing their work, of sharing their beautiful work, and are good people and are good, kind people and have like gorgeous artwork that they want to share, but they're afraid to share it. And like people like J.K. Rowling exist and get paid on them. Anyway, let's go ahead and make this altar beautiful. And let's talk about nice things, like people who are nice and kind. You know? Exactly. And that's the thing, another thing about it that really sucks is that people who read these books, they did glean a lot of goodness from them. They felt empowered by these characters and empowered by the stories and the struggles that they went through. Even though they were painted in such gross lights, you know, they did feel like the characters in these stories gave them hope. And like that's good for that. That is good. That makes me feel good, you know? I love that. That is the part of art that we share that is wonderful. And unfortunately, we live in an information age where we can find out everything about that person who created that wonderful art and find out that they are actually a POS, you know, and some of the things that they said or did or put in that art were actually quite offensive, and that sucks. But the fact that people did receive any kind of good from that is, it can't be erased, you know, that's really wonderful. And again, it just sucks that it's tied to someone like that, you know. Hello. So we're gonna go ahead and dress this altar. I've been trying to like slowly put the altar cloth back here without lifting up the things that I'm, because I don't want to unplug these. I don't want to unplug the lamps. I don't want to make anything fall, which is what I'm doing anyway. I'm a huge fan of classical music. I don't know if you guys hear that. I'm a huge fan of classical music. I love listening to it, and I play it all of the time when I'm reading or when I'm working, because it helps me to feel like I'm doing things more, like you're in a movie, you know. Thank you. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories. I was just talking about that the other day. Um, and actually, Alice has been coming up a lot lately. So thank you again for bringing that up, because that also lets me know that perhaps we shall pull with the Alice deck today, because it does feel like Alice in Wonderland energy is huge right now, as well as the fact that I'm going to be the Caterpillar and Alice in Wonderland themed team tea party in August, which I'm super hyped about. Yeah, and I think that my next book that I'm going to read will also be an Alice themed book, because I've been feeling the Alice. So let's go for it. I've got this deck. We're going to pop it over here. It'll be the deck that we use on the altar. I do, and now that also makes me feel like I'm going to put more Alice themed items on the altar. Ooh, you've done it. So you put the pot of lavender on here. The little lavender pot that I love. It's just so cute. And it's got bees on it. And it's a teapot. And it's definitely giving Alice. It's so cute. Let's move you over a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, so since we went with green instead of gold, we're going to then fortify with gold. We're going to do lots of gold and yellow here. And we're going to really boost up this interesting energy. Is combination of sun, creativity, and wonder is what's going on here. Mysteries and exploration is something else that I really want to add into this altar because I've been doing a lot of exploring in, you know, how I love doing urban exploring and going to abandoned places and stuff like that. So I wanted to add a little bit more of that into this summer. So I'm going to put some of that summer exploration up here as well. And I do have some items that I've gotten from abandoned spaces that I would like to put on the altar. Um, Cleansed, of course. I've showed you. Have I shown you some of my little haunted things that I've gotten from abandoned mansions? I was thinking about doing a protection spell, a live protection spell. I think it would be a really great idea. Should do like a really big live one together. Mm-hmm. So I didn't show you my stuff. Okay, let me show you. Let me bring over some of the things that I found at the last place. I had a couple of like little creepy abandoned items that I found, and I thought I probably showed Instagram. I probably didn't show here. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so you really did. I mean, like, there's a lot of history. You know, there's so much that media and movies help with people like changing their journeys and their life paths. I love that. Excuse me. Isn't it so pretty? Okay, so this is just a little sampling of some items, but whoa, that was great. I sat right on the cord. Oh, I just noticed that some of these are freaking dusty too. What a good chance to clean them off. Mm. Oh my goodness, the other day we had a super interesting little fairy encounter in the house. The cats and dogs were all freaking out because they were like, something's in here, something's in here, something's in here. So they were running around. Look how dusty it is. This is definitely, it's from an abandoned house. I'm just gonna clean it off right now before I show it to you. It's from an abandoned house. And it was from the attic. If a house is abandoned and it's like fully furnished and it has like a lot of stuff still in it, we usually leave everything the way that it is, just so that other people that are exploring can find it and see all of the things in the spot. If things are like falling apart and you know that the place is going to be demoed soon, then I'll usually take a little treasure because I'm a treasure hunter all day. Like, I love other people's old stuff. Isn't it pretty? So this is something I found in an attic. Oh, it was really gorgeous. This was in Pennsylvania, I think. Feels very haunted. Of course, I don't believe in ghosts. The screen is blurry? Is it? It might be. It probably, Um, but yeah, I love other people's old stuff. I love discovering old things. This is one of my favorite things I've ever found at an abandoned site. One of my favorite abandoned types of places to go to is abandoned hotels. That. Isn't this frame gorgeous? Butterfly frame. So cool. It is very scary. And I like that because I like to be scared. I like to be scared. Another one I found. Whoa, 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 that blue light is crazy. There's the blue light like flashing on.
Ooh, that painting.
Yeah. My face looks hilarious. My face looks so funny. Wow. Gorgeous. I have seen Monochromatica and it's scary. It gives me the jeebs. It's such a great show. It gives me the jeebs. Haunted. And then this was just a picture frame that I found at the abandoned place, but I love a dual picture frame. So what I want to do with this is either God Goddess or Goddess Goddess. I usually do Goddess Goddess on my altar. Let me know. So I would love to hear how you guys set up your altars. I'm always so nosy about how people set up their altars because a lot of people do adhere to the strict rules of God Goddess on either side or whatever. I also found this at an abandoned home. Barbershop Quartet. And that's a good bell. It's a little chipped, but it's so cool. Norman Rockwell. 1979. This is from. So cool. I've found a bunch of other cool things too. Like there's like puzzle pieces and like weird little bits of whatever. But I found people's checkbooks and stuff. Really cool old weird stuff that people just leave behind. And I find it so fascinating. Oh, okay, cool. I like that. I like that. A lot of people have like a little space. Let's see. Okay, so there are a lot of people that I know that do the traditional like Wiccan style altar. Ooh, sorry guys. Where you do God on one side, the goddess on the other side, and then earth, wind, fire, water, cauldron, pentacle, wand, athame, incense, water goblet, incense. Like they do the very classic kind of setup. And I always like to have the 5 elements on my altar. I do like to have the 5 elements on my altar. And I also really like to have a lot of like personal symbolism on the altar. So I always have fairy protection on the altar, whereas people would have a pentacle for protection on the altar as well. I usually have fairy star for protection on mine. And then I do like to have, a lot of the same kinds of elements. Like I have earth, I have plants for earth. I always have incense for air, and then I have a water goblet, or I have this oil burner for water. And then of course I'll have a candle for fire. So I'll have all of the elements here, as well as the fairy star for protection. All the elements will be here. And then I like to keep a nice open space for pulling tarot here as well. This music is so dramatic. to turn it down because it's like. But anyway, so yeah, let's see what else. I kind of want to put Groot on my altar as well. So there are a lot of people that hate putting pop culture items on altars, which I think is like very interesting. I was definitely one of those people. I'll say like 15, 20 years ago, I would say I was one of those people that would not say to put any pop culture items on your altar. Like, the screen is very blurry. It is? Am I blurry? Oh no. Oh, you know why? I bet you I know why. It's not blurry for me, but I bet it's because I'm in this room. We're in pixel hell. That sucks. Boo. It's because we're in this room and this room does that. Hmm. We're gonna have to get an extended whatchamacallit, Wi-Fi, John. Oh, that makes me sad. Okay, all right, we'll do that. We'll get a Wi-Fi extender for this room so that we have better Wi-Fi for this room. Thank you for letting me know, guys. That really sucks. I hate that it's doing that. Boo! Okay, we will get a Wi-Fi extender for this room. We'll add that to the list of things to buy. Yeah, so that's really, I don't know what this is in reference to, Nitro, because I see like I'm trying to go back and see what else you're talking about, because people ask me that a lot. Like my friends will come over, and if I have like I have my ancestor altars in another room. So if you have more than one altar, or you have more than one like deity or more than one energy at your altar, so your ancestors and your deities are both represented on your altar, and they will like swap. They'll try each other's like offerings. It's very interesting, but it is really it's very interesting as well to have like different types of altars, different types of offerings on your altars, and have them in like specific dishes and see if they commingle, you know. So let's go ahead and get our golds up here. Let's gonna put some energies up here. I'm definitely feeling this like interesting Alice mysterious Underland feeling. And another thing that really resonates with me about this is the idea of falling down a rabbit hole, falling into the space, kind of plunging in head first and not knowing hello and not knowing what's going to happen, but kind of just trusting that things are going to work out the way that they're supposed to. I love that. So yeah, and I was talking about, I think I want to put Groot on my altar because I'm a pop culture person and I love Groot, and he is just, I love having him. I usually use him on my tarot table when I'm reading tarot. He's my tip jar, my little Groot tip jar. I think he looks so cute on the altar. Look at him. Oh, he's so sweet. He's so sweet. He's a little sweet guy. And then, because he has to have a function, he can be the incense holder, or we can put a plant in him because he is a planter. Easy protection spells? Ooh, easy protection spell. So easy. So, close your eyes, center your energy, ground yourself on the ground, and imagine your energetic power coming outside of your body and surrounding your person, or surrounding whoever you want to protect, or whatever it is that you want to protect. Surrounding yourself or surrounding that person. And And then imagine that energy kind of like going back into you and solidifying the protection. And that's the easiest right there. Bam. Very easy. You can put a protection spell on a charm, on an item, on a necklace, on a watch key, on your nose ring. You can put protection on literally anything. All you have to do is use your complete intention. If you're someone that likes to have a long explanation of a spell, or you like to have something that's drawn out, then the easiest protection spell is uh, um, done with like the littlest things possible. Littlest things possible. And even like a kiss on the forehead, boom, protection spell. It can be as simple or as you want it to be. As simple or as big as you want it to be. So I also up here, things that stay up here, I have these cute little salt and pepper shakers that my best friend gave to me, Alyssa, for my birthday. She gave them to me just this year, just in May, and I love them so much. The little stretching yoga frogs. I think they're really sweet. And because of the fact that they were given with such good intention and they are so specific to me, they definitely have the effect of being something that offers protection and offers love on your altar. Anything that is given to you out of love and out of like the purity of someone's heart can be used for protection. Like anything like that can be used for protection. You have to just be really intentional about it. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to. A witch never has to buy anything. Everything is already all here, always. You can literally use anything for your magic. But I really enjoy having Groot up here. I think for his intention, I'm going to have him be the jewelry cleanser. You can use a copper piece of protection, absolutely. Mm-hmm. He's going to be the cleansing module. So at the end of the day, when I take my crystals off that I've been using, I'll pop them in him, or my rings and jewelry, I'll pop them in him. So he's going to clear quartz in his butt, in his belly, so that he can be used specifically for that. So before I even put his quartz in there, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse him out. As soon as I find a lighter, I'm going to go ahead and give him a little quick smoke cleanse. And then do that. Yeah, I think he's just so cute. I just think Groot's the cutest little character. Okay. Got some butterfly pea flower here. Does anyone want some opera singing? I can provide you with opera singing today if that's something that you would like to enjoy. Let's see what you guys are saying. La! Oh, the hell is using all the eggs? That's funny. Let it put in there. Just lighting up some little butterfly pea blossoms until they smolder, and then placing them inside. I do that with a lot of like vintage things or anything that I found that's like a chest of drawers or something where it has like a hole where you can light things up and put them inside to cleanse it that way. Good. I'm glad you feel more connected. Let's all do the same. Just kidding. Now it's all nice and oh, smells so good. Go in there. And do a little bit of his outside body. I think I will also light a cinnamon stick and cleanse and just like let the whole altar be bathed in cinnamon. You know what I mean? I love that. Altar bathed in cinnamon. Bathe your altar in cinnamon. Make it feel delicious to you, baby. Yes. All right, witches, I'm going to do a spell and sleep. All right, good night, Arwen. I love opera as well. I love Alan Oak, yes. She's so sweet. I love watching her DIY videos when she does, she made the fairy house. Love that video. I whenever I have like people over for sleepovers, we watch Alan Oak. She's my sleepover person. I like to watch her when I'm having sleepovers. Okay, so cleansed, all beautiful. So we're going to put some clear quartz inside of Groot's head so that he can be the clear quartz cleansing man. So let's go ahead and grab, I'm trying to look, here we go. Look what did I do with all my little clear quartz nuggets? Because they should all be around the same area. Such a pretty piece. Look at it. Oh. It's such a gorgeous chunk. Isn't it? I love it. Probably had this forever. Ow, I just want to put it directly in my mouth. Am I a dragon for that? Why do I want to eat crystals? And you know, there are a lot that look like you want to eat them. There are a lot that look delicious. Duh. But I want to eat them all. I see them and I'm just like, I'm a dragon. I love it. Anyway. I'm definitely going to adorn the altar with sunstone. Most of these crystals I've had for a very, 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 very long time. This one I think I've had for at least 7 years. This one is a 7-year-old guy for sure. From when I used to work at Avalon in Orlando. It's disco ball o'clock, as we can see. It's disco ball o'clock in here. De la Chita. 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 You're welcome. Just gonna light a little bit of amber incense right now. You guys know I love my amber. You know I love my amber incense. That harmonious blend of earth and sky, of fire and everything in between. Don't you want to feel that confident feeling flowing on your body? It's the amber, baby. Oh, yeah. Cats are bad with stealing anything that's ball shaped. We have a little rainbow disco ball upstairs, and it's no longer up either because of the cats. Because cats are like, ooh, is that something that I should take for myself and throw around and pap around it myself? And they said yes. So we've got root, we've got a little quartz in his head so that he can go ahead and be the cleansing baby. Got another little quartz I'm going to pop in his head. He can do his little job there. Thank you, Groot. Oh man, I love this one. Look at it. Oh, goodness gracious. Just stunning. I love clear quartz. It's so beautiful to me. Just because it's clear. Like why is it clear? It came out of some dirt. Why is it clear? I mean, I know why. But I find it just fascinating and amazing. I love it. Anyway, as we continue to make Groot the little cleansing center that he is going to be for my items, we are going to create a custom oil blend. Okay, tea time. Custom oil blend for our oil burner that will encompass the energy that we are putting here. Which is. But the music. I bet this video is going to be demonetized because I feel like some of these songs are not copyright free. I think that it may be lying to me a little bit about the copyright freeness of some of these things. 6:30? What time is it now? 5:30? We'll see what goes on, baby. Don't you worry. Did this make me... Okay, I'm still here. Oh, Tammy, it's you. Yes. So what was I saying? Oh, man. Is that the worst? The music was wild. We got sidetracked by that. Who knows? Let's continue to dress out. Who knows? We're making a custom oil blend for the oil burner because we wanted to bring in the creativity, the boldness, the sun energy, as well as a little bit of water, we said. So let's pull out Serenity Shores. Let's put out the vanilla. We're definitely going to do some earth because whenever we're doing any kind of endeavors that have to do with like business or anything like that, we want to put that earth energy in there. We want to make sure that we're setting the foundation and making sure it's strong. You know, it's firm. It is hefty. Hefty foundation. Ooh, we've got some witch's protector oil too. We'll put that in there as well. I like that. Tree guide. No. Lemongrass. I say yes to lemongrass. TJ Maxx has great altar items. Shay, you are 100% correct. TJ Maxx has amazing altar items. Yeah, smoked vanilla sounds good to me. That does smell delicious. Right now we have lemongrass, vanilla. We've got Serenity Shores, which is a water oil, and we've got Witch's Protector, which is an anointing oil here as well. So we've got earth, and we've got vanilla is fire. Vanilla is earth. Vanilla is fire. Vanilla is fire. We've got water. So we want an air element to add to this. Ooh, Dragon Guardian. You may be thinking, dragon, is that not fire? It is fire, but also air, because dragons fly. So we're going to go ahead and put this oil together on the burner. Most of these oils come from the Witch's Bounty, which is like a witch's box. Witch's moon box. Oh, we're all out of Serenity Shores. This is the last of it. All right. Goodbye, Serenity Shores. Gonna have to get another water elemental oil. Some lemongrass in here. Lemongrass is like, I just love using it for so much. It's so wonderful. I use it a lot for prosperity. I use it a lot for earth grounding. So when I want to be present with nature, when I want to pay attention to the world around me, lemongrass is great. Also, it just smells killer delicious. So good. It's also a great cleanser. If you're someone who doesn't like, lemongrass is great because it has a really sweet, nice scent. And if you prefer to cleanse with something that smells really sweet for other people, lemongrass is nice for that. The vanilla is like, I don't want to come out. Yes, you do, girl. This is your show, honey. Come on. There she go. Now she coming out. Now she coming. She gonna say hi now. Thank you, vanilla, with your stingy behind. And then last but definitely not least, Witch's Protector Anointing Oil. Mm-hmm. I think we're lucky because I think this smells good. Yes, it smells nice. It does smell quite nice. A lot of the times when you're creating an oil with intention only in mind, it might have a little bit of nasty smell, but this one smells quite nice, which makes me happy. So for our water, we have this dish, but I also want to add full moon water for the end of the week. So at the end of the week, I'll be doing at the end of this week, the end of next week, the full moon circle at Terra Luna, and I will be making full moon water then. This is a sweet little bottle. It's very, very cute. It'll take up just a tiny bit of space on the altar, which is nice because I'll be able to still have this big space. I really wanted to start journaling more at my altar as well. So I wanted to keep the space as large as possible just so that I can continue to do that. And then I'm going to go around the room and gather. Let's go around the room and gather our gold and our yellow and anything that feels like it should go here. Let's see. Well, let's just walk around the. Oh, what's happening? Sorry. Let's go around the room and see if there's anything that we feel should go here. Let's turn you around. I've already pulled a bunch from here, as we can see. Look at this guy. So sweet. Maybe. Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of like a ooh feeling in my legs. This guy just said yes to me. The unicorn guy. I love him. Okay, so we'll say yes to him since he jumped out. Any bears? Want to come along for the ride? Any bears? Want to go on the altar today? Bears? You want to go, little honey bear? You're so cute. You can go. You're so cute. You can go. Okay, nothing there. Didn't feel the view base. Excuse me, doggy. Well, I'm gonna fall. No, I'm not. I'm dexterous or whatever. Alright, let's see. I know you're thinking. You're like, ooh, look at that big old orange calcite. What else? I don't have a lot of yellow. Check me out. Wild, huh? I don't. Huh. Well, would you look at that? You don't have as much yellow as I thought I would. Oh, no. I did say coral, though. And here, we're going to use this. I did say coral. Okay, so since we're not going to be able to go on color, let's go by feeling. And we are then moving on to Ormigord. Ormigord, no. Let's see. Huh. Perhaps. I feel like we're in deficit now. I thought for sure I had like loads and loads of. You know what? We're gonna have to dip into the tumbles. I think that's where we're gonna have to find a lot of our yellow because I don't have a lot of like rough yellow or orange or gold, it seems. But I may have a ton of tumbles. So let's see. Hello, young man. Put you right there. Oh, I love a jelly bean. Look at it. It's just the shape of it. The crystal is like a jelly bean. And that's my favorite shape of tumbled crystal.
And I want to eat it.
You don't eat it. No, it's a crystal. You don't eat it. You don't eat it. You just do this with it. You just put it on your forehead.
Oh.
Not really. Well, I'm going to put this up here, though. Hello. This pretty calcite. Ooh la la. Scolecite. Oh, look at this fluorite. Oh. So delicious. She wants to go up here, too. She told me. And it's always great to have fluorite on any. I feel like fluorite is another one of those ones where I'm like, fluorite on any business altar is great because it's just going to help you to focus more on what it is that you need to focus on. It's going to give you a more streamlined attack to what you're doing, you know, which I always need because I'm a little higgledy-piggledy sometimes. Look at this gorge lab. I've been trading crystals over at Selenophile because they have great crystals. And I often do trade work, you know, instead of buying crystals, I'll trade like tarot readings for crystals or something like that. I like to barter. Look at this pretty rosy too. Oh man, it's such a pretty rosy. She just has a lovely gleam to her. I love how translucent she is. Very pretty girl indeed. Let's go find some more yellow tumbles. I also brought over this rutilated quartz. I had just like a feeling. It doesn't have much rutile in it, but it, you see, there's a little chunky chunk right there. I just felt like it should come over here for some reason. So I'm going to obey her. And there were a few others that also were like, and then us. Which is interesting. These 5 here. So we've got a serpentine, another fluorite, a rainforest jasper, a natural citrine, and a sunstone. It'd be interesting if these ended up being like, oh, I'm super pixely again. Ooh, I know. Such a bummer. Okay. It's a bummer it's so pixely. Alright, my loves. Really need a Wi-Fi extender. You really, really do. This is terrible. Aww. Okay, let's see what we can do. Well, look. This is your altar so far. We'll leave it like that for a minute. Go into a different room. And we'll, pull our tarot cards. What do you say? Hello, love. Oh, it's all right. We're about to go into the other room and pull some Alice in Wonderland cards because it's so pixely in here. La, la. Here we are. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's not the right one. This one? Here we are. Is it better? Will your cat not play? Cats are hilarious with their little catitudes. Hi.
Can I have some kaiju hairs?
What, remember the thing I said?
Oh, can I have some angel hair?
Oh, sure. Look at this.
I mean, kaiju hair pasta.
I love these cards. They're so pretty. They're gorgeous. They're so pretty. So we're definitely gonna pull with these. Of course, you can, sweet. Frodo he just gets over here and lays down. Like, here I am, everybody. I don't want to make out. Okay, let's go ahead and make some pasta for the lad. Oh, I loved. Oh, you know what? I do have a couple of witchy parenting books that there's like C is for Coven, which is a really cute little baby book. And then there are some good ones by Maya Chal for teens, which are really nice. And of course, Cunningham has a really has a bunch of really wonderful like teen and youth like witchcraft books. There's another one that has the 4 seasons. It's a really good one. Okay, I'll be right back. Excuse me.
The bass. Joke.
Anyway, so what's going on, guys? How are you? What's going on? How are your days? How are your weeks? How are your months? How are your years? How has the summer been treating you so far? Has the summer been treating you well? Is it summer where you are? I just did a weird thing.
My soul.
Roman numerals always get me. They're so soft, these cards too. They fold. They just fold foil. What is going on? You hear Frodo snoovling and baboofling in the background? Snoovling and baboofling. Mm-hmm. Snoofling and baboofling.
He burped.
No, he didn't burp. The Empress Reversed, my friends, is the first card pulled. That definitely gives us a really interesting energy to start with, the Empress Reversed. Kind of like that time of self-neglect, of not paying attention to parts of you that need attention, not giving yourself the exact type of love that you need, thinking that good enough is good enough. when it comes to taking care of yourself, but doing
Blah, blah, blah,
above
blah, blah, blah.
and beyond for other people, you know. So that is interesting. Cards immediately start calling us out. Thank you.
He's making it.
He's making. Do you hear his little snarfle noise? It's so cute. Snarf.
It's
Snarfle, snarf,
but
snarfle,
I think
snarf.
it's definitely gross.
I don't think it's gross. Let's look and see what they have in here for the Empress. I'm always curious about every book because they always have different things.
I'll try that.
So, reverse. The Empress represents an insecure person who goes over the top in her need for adoration. Don't lose your head while looking for validation, and remember that relying on others to feel good about yourself isn't healthy. True confidence and beauty come from within. Oof! Did anyone else just get punched in the face by that? That just punched me right in the face. That oofed. Yeah, Amanda, that oofed the crap out of me. Like, really bad. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Right in the gut. Right in the forehead. Right in the eyebrows. Oof.
Like hitting.
I get it. The Queen of Hearts is a revered ruler who spends time outdoors playing croquet, using flamingos and hedgehogs, and she deeply values her garden of roses. The Empress represents a nurturing woman of power or prominence. So when she is in reverse, she needs to stop trying to receive her confidence, her joy, and her validation from others. Stop trying to, again, like I said, go above and beyond for somebody else and not yourself. Sir! No trouble on the internet. Get out of here. So I enjoy that. I enjoy that. What do you have? That little candy? Next. A three of hedgehogs. Reversed. Oof. Are we just gonna be red today? We're just getting feelings hurt today, I feel like. Three of Pentacles reversed. I mean, it's definitely a kind of like a weird pause, setback, and new start thing where you're kind of like trying to start a new endeavor without money, which is, you know, what we're all doing, aren't we? Trying to live our lives with it, trying to make the best of what we don't have. But I do feel like in this deck, the hedgehogs and the pentacles have such an earthy tone. You know, they really have a huge earthy tone, and it feels like creating something out of nothing. You know, creating something that you can believe in out of nothing. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Reverse Three of Hedgehogs suggests that a collaboration that once had great potential is falling apart. Whether there's whether there's a lack of communication, an unfair power dynamic, or the goal has become unclear, it's apparent that things aren't coming together as planned. That is absolutely correct. 1.5 billion %. Yes, put it in the trash, please. That's so real. Wow.
Walking like a talkie, walking like a talkie, walking like a talkie, walking like a talkie,
Walking like a turkey, walking like a turkey.
walking like a talkie, walking like a talkie.
Ow!
So, yeah, another oof. That is also absolutely accurate and real in my life. And
Mistletoe.
no gristle toes. Another thing about this Three of Hedgehogs reversed is this. I'm going to say this real quick. When we see our Three of Hedgehogs, which is this beautiful opportunity, this thing that comes into our life that makes us so excited. We get really excited for it. We get excited to do it, to experience it, to be with it, whatever it is, whether it's a new relationship, a new career, or a new hobby. We get really hyped about it, right? We get our hedgehogs, we're like, oh my God, this is the thing I'm so excited about. Then we project our expectations onto that three of hedgehogs and then disappoints us.
And
Whose
then
fault is that?
It.
Not the three of hedgehogs. That's our fault. My fault. Because I projected my expectations onto this thing that had no idea what my expectations were, right? So when you get yourself into a situation where you've pumped something up or someone up so much in your mind and you've created this entire life with them based on only what you desire or what you want, and then you find out that they don't also want the thing that you want, you get hurt and shocked and like, what? And you're like, whoa, but it's like, okay, you build up this entire beautiful castle in the sky on your own. They had no idea that you were giving them a role and a script, that they were not a part of. So pay attention to your three of hedgehogs first. You know what I mean? Disappointment can be a setback, but it doesn't have to be. Hello, hello, hello. It could be. It can be. You have to pay attention to the things that you're also contributing. You know what I'm saying? Walking like a talking. And then we come along with the nine of hedgehogs. Multiple opportunities for growth in power and finances. I like that. So what it feels like is that we've just gone through a little bit of a smack in the face. Thank you very much. We've gone through a little bit of a oof reality check, right? We've all had a bit of a reality check. Totally. Um, and instead of saying, oh my gosh, this is not turning out the way I wanted to, or oh my gosh, this is not how I planned, this is not what I wanted, let me just scrap it, throw it away in the dumpster, start over. Try to really be present with the things you're building while you're building them, Really be present with the thing that you're building while you're building it. Make sure that your energy and the energy that is surrounded by your products and your projects and your partners is reciprocal energy. That when you give, you're not the only one giving, and when you take, you're not the only one taking. It's balanced. Everyone gets a piece of the pie, or everyone gets to paint their slice of the pie, or whatever it is. It should be as even and as shareable as possible, but still a lot of opportunity for things to become bigger and brighter and more exciting, which I love. Love the Nine of Hedgehogs. Like the regal Queen of Hearts, you're enjoying luxury and abundance. You have all the material resources you need to feel comfortable and secure. Relax, pamper yourself, gather your friends for a game of croquet. This is an enjoyment card. It's time to enjoy yourself. It is time to... How hard does that feel? Does that feel hard for anyone else? For someone to say, hey, you can stop, you can chill now, you can like go chill. You're like, oh no, I still have I have 1,000 more things to do. I have 1,000 more things to worry about. I have a list of lists to list. How hard is it to say, okay, well, now write all that off and go play, It's difficult. It's very hard. You're yeah. There's no way you feel like you can chill yet. Imagine if you could though. Imagine how renewed and refreshed you could be if you were able to take the time in between hard work to center yourself, to recenter yourself, to find joy, to find peace, and to find relaxation again, and then go back with renewed vigor. Could you do that? You know, could you? I don't know. That's hard. And a great journal prompt. If given the opportunity right now for a week, say all your bills are paid, everything's taken care of, babysitters, everything, and someone said that they would send you on a vacation, would you be able to actually just chill and not worry about anything? Not worry about anything. No. I'm glad you would. I'm glad that you would. I'm really glad that you would. A part of me feels like, you know, given, see, and that's the thing. No. Like if you have to set like stipulations and be like, oh, well, only if the, no. No. Could you drop everything right now if everything was taken care of financially and someone said, go on vacation, don't worry. Don't call anyone. Don't like, you know, set up any, could you not worry about anything? Or would you feel like you had to do, well, I have to the last minute, I gotta take care of I gotta hold on, I gotta call someone, I gotta make sure that this and that. Like, how many things are you worried about that you don't really have to be worried about? Things that other people are in charge of or are responsible for, that you're also just keeping in the back of your mind just in case, even though it's something that someone else is completely responsible for, or something that a whole adult can take care of themselves, but you are still holding on to the worry of it because you are, you know, you're like used to having to take care of things, or you're used to having to clean up the mess, or you're used to being the person that takes care of everything. Yeah. It's interesting to think about, you know, if you could truly be worry free. Yeah, it's interesting. I do enjoy this. This is so funny that this is such a challenge. You know, it's so funny that this is such a challenge. The idea of saying, I have everything I need. I got it, Yule. You don't have to come over here. I've already got it. Frodo stealing something, and Yule has to put. You don't have to, Yule. I'm right here. I can take care of it. Thank you. He's already swallowed whatever it is, so it's all right. It's all right. Such a challenge for us to relax and to be calm, or to feel, not even just to feel like we're allowed to, you know, to feel like we are allowed to relax, even though we do so much as humans. To feel like at the end of the day, we are allowed to take off all of our worries and all of our pain, and just relax and blurb into the couch and really just indulge in something that you absolutely love that feels pointless. Like, I cannot play a video game.
Incredibox armed.
Because I'm like, is it going to give me something when I'm done? Will I receive a prize, a money, a product when I'm done? No? Then why will I like, why can't you just enjoy something that doesn't give you something afterward? It's hard. It's really hard. So I'm going to journal about that because that sucks. Um, um, I hate that a lot of my mind has to like place a monetary value on joy, on time, on productivity, on pleasure, on creativity, on play. Those are human rights. You know, we shouldn't have to quantify how much money we need to make to have time to relax, or how much money we need to make to have time to play or enjoy ourselves, you know. So it's a really interesting thing. I definitely want to journal about that today. And this is a very interesting card that has me blinking in my brain. Very interesting indeed. And for this week, we are going to be really, really focusing in on authenticity through creativity. You know, authenticity through creativity, I think. So I'm going to put the week's journal prompts up in Patreon. And the Patreon is free. There are free slots, and then there are paid slots if you're someone who, you know, would like to donate or anything like that. But the Patreon is free. So if you go to Patreon, and all the journal prompts for this week will be up there in about an hour. I'll pop them all up there, so that for every day of the week we have some journal prompts, and I'll put this one up there too. And definitely think about what it means, you know, to feel like the things that we value in life, the things that we really love, and the things that we like to spend our time doing. Do you think that those are things that we should have to earn, or are those things that we should have? Are they a human right? Is it a human right to have joy and relaxation and time to spend with your actual family and stuff like that? Very interesting indeed. All right, my kings, queens, and jelly beans, I'm going to end this live here. I will see you in the next video, which will be out on Wednesday. And I will be live Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. for another tarot pool. See you. Goodbye.